Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a little something different today. March, as you may or may not know, is Traumatic Brain Injury Awareness Month, and today I want to share a little bit of my story with you. So a little bit of my backstory. When I was 9, we lived in Oklahoma, and my mom was on a bowling league. This is all stories that have been told to me because I don't remember anything. I don't even remember that day. There's a lot I don't remember from my childhood, but from what I've been told, my sister and I were in the locker room at this bowling alley, and there were some kids climbing along the top of them, and I went over to shut one of the locker doors, and the whole wall of lockers fell on top of me. I don't remember any of it. My sister watched it, but I don't remember any of it. So jump to, I guess, people came running in, and a bunch of guys lifted the set of lockers up off the floor, and my mom dove under there and basically saved me because I was not there anymore. And the next thing I remember is waking up in the hospital after a coma. But a lot happened in between there that I don't know, other than my sister being in shock. But I only remember waking up in the hospital. So I wake up in the hospital, right? Apparently I had been in a coma, and there was like a pad on my pillow covered in blood. Well, the accident left me with hearing loss, which has been getting worse as I age, and learning disabilities. With it being the 70s, there wasn't a whole lot of resources out there for people when it comes to traumatic brain injuries. They didn't know half of what they know now. So I didn't have a whole lot of help. I didn't have a whole lot of resources, and no one around me knew of any. So when things like that happen, you tend to fall through the cracks. Having no resources as a 9-10-year-old kid, and having to deal with the fact that everyone seemed smarter than you was hard. I was constantly down on myself. I thought I was stupid. I thought I couldn't learn anything. Nothing stuck in my head. I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand directions, instructions. Just didn't get it. And there was nobody to help me. And I didn't realize that I didn't get it because this was just me. I just thought I was dumb. As I grew into my teen and early 20s, I struggled with self-esteem and self-deprecation. And eventually I turned to drugs. And that's where I lived for quite a while. After dealing with drugs through my whole life, I made a decision one day out of the blue that I was going to move to Yellow Springs. That's where I've always wanted to be. I had family there that I didn't really talk to, but I wanted to move there. I felt at home there. So I moved there, and I met people, and I met some of the best people, and they became my people. And I lived there and grew there for 25 years. And I took what I needed from that area and the love that I had received from those people, and I moved it to Troy, and I met Heather. And she showed me something completely different, that I wasn't different, that I just learned differently. And I started figuring out different ways to do things and different ways to actually grow in the person that I am within that traumatic brain injury. And I wasn't so different. I just learned different. Some of the things that I still struggle with today, 47 years later, is my focus. I have a hard time concentrating on one thing. Even making this video was so hard. Another thing is emotion regulation. I have no control over my emotions. I'm either angry or I'm laughing. I laugh when I'm in pain. I don't understand feelings. I don't understand how to communicate my feelings. It's like trying to speak and read another language. I also have a problem with executive dysfunction disorder, where I go in to do something and something else catches my mind and my eyes, so I go to do that thing and don't do the other thing. I come back to the other thing, and then I find something else, and then I go do that thing. Nothing ever gets done, which leads me to the memory loss part, because I'm so busy trying to do this thing and this thing that I forget that I had a whole list, because now we're talking about me having to make lists, and then I make lists for my lists. It's just all a big bubble. The hearing loss is becoming worse and worse as I age, which they said would happen, but I'm almost completely deaf on one side and half deaf on the other side. Can we talk about the headaches I have every day? After the accident, found out I had a basal skull fracture, which the doctor said a lot of adults don't live through, but I lived through it. And now I have a buildup of calcium at the base of my skull, which causes me headaches every single day. 3 million people go to the hospital every year for traumatic brain injuries. 800,000 of those are children. So the reason I'm making this video is I'm hoping that if someone sees it, they know that they're not alone. There are resources out there. There are people now that can help you that I didn't have. So I just want you to reach out. Reach out to someone, tell them that you're having problems. I'll make sure to drop some resources down in the description box. Thanks for watching this video. This is a topic that is near and dear to me, and I hope that it resonates with at least one of you.
This video has definitely been a labor of love, but I'm glad that Kai was able to show you a little bit of what it's like to live with a traumatic brain injury. If this video touches just one person, I'm sure that that will make her whole entire day. So thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Hanging in there with us through the whole thing. Have a great day.